Welcome back to another video. Today I'm back to the usual setup. Uh, Q-tip. Back to my usual setup. Uh, should probably throw this away. Back to my usual setup. Just share my hands. No upper today. And I thought about it. I don't mind doing it, but I think I'm probably better when I graduate. It's kind of weird to all of a sudden I just start showing my upper, I guess. And I really don't mind showing my face at all. Because at this point, I don't really care. I used to care. Like, I don't want people to know who I am. But I'm at a stage I don't really care anymore. So, but at least let me finish my semester. So, something like, look forward to, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, anyways. So, I completely forgot what I said last week. So, I don't believe I even said it was a group meeting. So, for the group project. So, there's absolutely no group meeting at all. Uh, I think the guy, let me see. Let me check one more time. I texted them on Saturday night. Uh, he asked like the Robert guy. He asked, "Are we gonna meet tomorrow?" As in like Sunday. I said, "Are we gonna meet tomorrow?" Maybe I said 4. And he said because we didn't meet on Thursday. And I asked him why didn't we meet on Thursday? I said I don't know. Yeah, he said I don't know. I said I guess no one saw the text message from Wednesday that I messaged. Well, I like to do a little bit of trolling. I mean, it's not my fault. I message you guys. So yeah, and they didn't follow up on the quote unquote they wanted me on Thursday. So it's not my fault. Just do my what I need to do. So even though I texted them on Wednesday, no reply until they texted me on Saturday night, like 8 p.m. Oh well. Yeah. So I decided to work on the project alone. Cause at that point I didn't know like if we were even gonna work on it. So I just work on my own. Obviously it's not done. But I'll say that let me see. So this is design sprint, so I'll just quickly share about it. So the main objective is to team project expand understanding of the Scrum project management practice and demonstrate the research, understand design, and document the real world IT project. So the scope of the design, so they create a Microsoft project, that's the project management tool that we will be using, software we'll be using. Uh, So basically just plan out and manage a track over this whole design sprint, and it was like 4 weeks. So and and we just had to plan user research, which I already done, and how to contact users. That's already done. Conduct user research. So we are expected to interview 5 to 10 users. I only interview 5 because you don't need that much anyways. Summarize user research. So professor just want us to like quote, especially like the important ones that kind of stand out. And we had to change our project proposal based on our user research. And based on the user research, list 3 to 5 most important features of the application to be developed when it comes to the development spring. And lastly, just create like a project design sprint presentation. So yeah, probably like a short presentation. She never said how long, so I assume probably short. I mean, she probably did, but I don't remember. But yeah. Oh, and lastly, like, just have to frequently update the project so how the process goes. So they go pretty detailed. So far it's so good. Uh, yeah. Then we just do like a work breakdown structure, all the deliverables into small activities. So, and the thing is, the resources. So we didn't include resources. So resources as in like work resource, material resource, and cost resource. I don't know how that'll work in like a design sprint because, well, especially like I'll say for my situation, because all you do is interview, then all you do is interview, then Okay, you no, you work on the questions, you contact the users, then you interview, then summarize their quotes, then change the project proposal, and list five important features, and that's it. On a presentation, I don't know what cost is there, except like I would say Microsoft Project. I guess that's the cost. And the problem is, oh, and a quick update about that. So I talked to my, actually, so I said that Tuesday is my exam, right? I mean, not my midterm, right? So I, I said I'm pretty confident on it. I'm pretty confident. I think I probably aced the Microsoft project. I feel very confident about that. But I feel like that can be done in like 10 minutes, maybe like 5 10 minutes. But I was like very paranoid because you didn't link like the activities. By default, it's like finish to start relationship, but I like to check manually, so it took me a long time. But I still didn't take that long. I wasn't the last one to leave, so yeah. And the Scantron, oh, we used Scantron. There was 25 multiple questions. Uh, I'm not confident for at least six of them. Yeah, and I think two or three of them has to do like an event that she talked about in the slides. So let's say there was like a chaos report or event, then what was the effects. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that because there's a quite a that was a chapter one and there was a few events, so it was my fault. I don't remember that. And we were allowed to bring cheat sheet. I just didn't happen to write that. My first page is actually just formulas really. First sheet just literally all formulas. So it's for the functional points line. Line of code is not really a formula. Then the simple, then embedded, something like that. Yeah. Then there was one essay question that I don't think that was 10 points. I'm not confident like 100% of the answer. It's basically like how the IT project is successful in values, I think. I talked to the professor about it. She couldn't really answer it. So, yeah. Not too confident about the essay, but I'm very confident with the project. So, yeah, so we'll see. I've been checking like the score, I mean the portal that we use. But yeah, still no oh, she still haven't posted the grade, so yeah, so I'll update when we receive the grade. Anyway, after class, I talked to the professor, let her know my group situation, cause I kind of figured out that I have to work on this alone already, especially in spring break. So I talked to her about the group situation, like no response. Yeah, and my professor actually kind of knew that already, because I don't know if I mentioned in the video before, but I think maybe 3 weeks ago, or one of the week, there was one particular week she talked to me like, make sure you get the teammates up to date. You know, make sure they're doing it because they didn't show up that one time, two of them at the same time. So I guess professor already assumed like what kind of people they are. I mean, I kind of expected, but like I was like not going to like well, I just give people chances. So I don't like to give people chances, but it's a group project. What can I do? And even though I complain about it, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to work on it, so it's no point. So I just let it ride. Yeah, so I let her know about the situation, and she was totally understandable. She said that, yeah, oh yeah, I talked to her after class, and I had to email her too. Like we wrote like a charter, like the rules that teammates broke. That's why I need to work alone. So yeah, so I just sent her like so I gave her like a quick update. I mean, in person talk, there's not that much, but I gave her a full update in the email. So I talk about like hello, Professor, hope you're doing well, and blah blah blah. I just following what you said earlier about that the group doesn't comply with the charter. So before going in, I want to give a quick background of the teammates. So I tell her that I have two classes this semester, and Mohammed he has four, I think, or five. I could be wrong, but I just say four, and I say Robert has four too, but he works as well. I say that he doesn't have a fixed work schedule. I still don't know why. Therefore, we don't have an agree upon meeting we always try to cooperate with his schedule. And we're supposed to have quote unquote agree upon meetings, especially in the charter. But I talk about like we can't because of Robert's schedule, work schedule. So one of the areas I said communication is like extremely bad. And I said I don't really mind initiating by asking, but like, I have to repeat, follow up by asking like agree upon meetings both members for not replying like after 24 hours or maybe even days. Yeah, pretty much like babysitting to be honest, Flo. So I said there's like missed meetings. There was some in-class activity that they missed. I mean, professors are already aware of that because she takes attendance. So and schedule Zoom sessions. I said a few times, so I'll probably said 2 times, especially the one on spring break. Yeah, I mean they scheduled, they missed it too. They missed it on their own. So eh. Then after I just said like really a lack of communication. Really, I mean, given the last minute changes. Uh, that's quite often, especially the in class when they come in class. Then all of a sudden, oh, I cannot come. Not that it really means anything because they really don't contribute anything. That's it. The last two meetings, I had to keep explaining to Muhammad like what we're doing. Like, I still don't know how he still doesn't get what we're doing at all. It's very difficult to explain to him. I mean, it's one thing to have English bad, and it's the other thing making an effort. So, I mean, when I came to America, my English was terrible. It's pretty garbage, but I still can understand stuff. And I gave like visualization, like Google Flights, and I put like Google Flights, they're like different agencies you can book pricing. It's the same concept. You put Uber and DoorDash and like Grubhub and so on. It's the same concept. But there's one thing to make an effort and one thing we're using English as an excuse that. Yeah. Then I say every time when we schedule a meeting, it's pretty annoying that they ask me, so what are we doing this meeting for? I mean, it just really shows that they don't really want to make an effort to to even look at the school portal. I mean, they should know what we're doing. At least, you should know we're doing a project or something. At least make an effort of that. Then I said, given the last weeks of spring break, none of them want to make an effort to even meet shortly. I mean, we're at the age like everybody's a computer, everybody have internet access. This is not like what the early 2000s. Like not everybody have a computer. It was very difficult to arrange meeting. Like back in like okay, maybe 10. I mean probably 10 years ago. It was probably very difficult to do meetings back then because there was no Zoom, or I'm sure there was a Zoom like Skype, but it was not a norm. So I assume in the past they had to do like meetings like do in person, like schedule a library. But we're at a point like we can just do Zoom or any communication things we can do online. So they didn't really want to make an effort. So and I just shared the professor some screenshots of our group communication. So that's pretty bad. It's mostly just me asking. There was really no response. So to be honest, I'm really talking to myself. Lol. And I said I tried to make an effort, but at this point, their lack of effort and communication, we're just simply not on the same pace. And I'll just proceed on working on this project alone. And thank you for giving me this permission. And my professor just said like, I should actually see my team members. I thought I would just have to tell them after I get their approval. Because I kind of assumed I got the approval, but I wasn't sure, so I just emailed her. So that's why I didn't CC them. But she let me know. And I also told them before I emailed to her, right as I emailed to her, or before she responded to me, I told them right away. So, but in the email, I just have to let them know. And professor said that I understand your situation and it encouraged me to do the project alone. So we'll just grade the project to consideration as a single person effort. So yeah, so I got what I wanted. It's very nice. Yeah, so it's due on Tuesday. So I'm pretty much done, like I said. I don't know what they're gonna do, cause professor emailed them on Wednesday. So just gonna tell by my request, they're not gonna be part of my team. So they have to form on their own or like join other groups. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Probably they're gonna join other groups, cause they're not the type of people who initiate stuff. So or they just use the the food delivery thing that we already have. I'm not sure. But I'll find out on Tuesday. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if they join others because they're not the type of people that will start based on the experience I work with them, especially the in-class activity. Every time I have to write it, and especially the Muhammad guy, he has the urge to tell people, "Oh, your handwriting is not that good." Yeah, then maybe if you can't read it, maybe you should write it. But he can't contribute anything, so eh. Yeah, it's due on the 4th, so yeah. So I think I'm halfway done for the Microsoft project. I'm kind of confused a little bit. I'll say so. I have the food delivery. And let me show. Okay, food delivery project, and that's the whole project. Conduct user research, food delivery, conduct user research report. Talk about the the task. But interviewing users, I'm kind of confused because I don't know if I should talk about who I interview, then also summarize the user interview. So I'm not sure if I put that anywhere. That's the only thing confusion I have. But everything else is okay, as in the task area. I just have to work on the resources that I haven't done, link the activities, and link the activities. Let me see. Assign resource to task, track project resource. Report the project scope, timeline, and cost. Yeah. Oh, the presentation. Okay. Okay. So talk about like updated project challenge to explain why it's impactful. Okay. Then user research, what I learned, then plan for development sprint, and showcase the scope, resource, time, and cost for design sprint, and lesson learned, what I learned from this sprint, and what I would like to improve in the next sprint. So yeah. And lastly, the group evaluation form. So I'm working on myself, so I'm not sure if I have to fill it up, but I don't mind because this is last minute change I told the professor, so I'll probably have to fill it up. And it's due before class, so I don't mind filling it up. So yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, so that's pretty much for that class. So probably there's not really not much to talk about for that garbage group from now on. So, but I have a new project that I'll be working on with my security course. So we're assigned with a group. Professor actually emails us on Tuesday. So there's like a quick quiz that we have to do, like test of personalities. So we were assigned based on the personalities, like evenly. So there's a prioritizer, follower, something like that. There was like four types of personalities. So yeah. So my group, we're one of the groups that have 5 people. I think there's two other groups that have 5 people too, but the rest is four. So our project, I think, is still on this still deciding. Uh, so what I talk about is like RFID. I mean, no, NFC. So basically, like, so this is like a yo-yo card that I got from Taiwan. It's still here. Like in like let's say just a credit card, for example, or anything badge access type of card, and I've seen it. I like, okay, like office buildings. You can scan it, tap, door opens, but there's like a problem with it because they don't have like a certain chip. I think I'm just saying on top of my head because I know credit cards they have like a EMV chip. It protects you from being read. I assume being read from like authorized stuff like credit card terminal. It cannot be read of anything else. I think that's a research that I still have to do. That was just an idea that we talk about. And the other thing I thought about was like contactless payment. Then I just thought about like we could do like use QR code to pay stuff or something, or not pay stuff or anything to like open a link or something. So basically, the project had to be about like we're a security consulting group. We had to find like an existing problem. Uh, then we had to Wait, there's a okay. Okay, my English is not good. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. Okay, so we're a small consulting group. We're going to develop a security-focused project or service. We'll pitch in the solution to a specific customer. So we'll create like a working prototype and make a class presentation and hand in report. Yeah, probably a big report. So we'll see. And the report is basically about like executive summary, section how the core concept behind the topic area, a step to how to get someone started, and evidence. So it's very similar to the networking stuff that we did last semester actually. So we could do that, but actually you could, but I want a little bit of not challenge, but something new, and also be a benefit, quote unquote, if we end up doing a route like the NFC area that I'm interested in. If they're in my group, is okay with it. So there's a benefit to that too, but up to my group members. So far my group members, my impression is one guy I know he's pretty. I know he can do the job, but I assume because this guy he asked a lot of questions in class. So I know he's like a you know less kind of person to less worry about. This one Indian girl, not sure. She's not probably I don't know. I don't know too much about her, but I remember she was in my networking class and also my business class. So I don't really know too much about her, but she doesn't talk a lot. So and there's this other guy. Well, I never met him, and the other guy that I have the impression that doesn't know anything. Because I remember from my last semester, last year, the team I was working with, he told me that he was working with this guy, and it's very difficult to explain him to everything. So basically, doesn't know a lot. Yeah, so that's the impression I have so far. So, mm, yeah, that's pretty much the week. Oh, and also the quick update for the hydroponics. So the machine got assembled. I mean, when I work on it. Uh, but we actually bought like a pipe that I made a mistake. So we used as an example to test it out with like the heat gun. So yeah, I think the pipe I bought was too thick because I blow the heat gun and use like a soy sauce bottle, you know, because we didn't make like holes, it couldn't penetrate deep enough. So I think it was my fault. I got it like too thick. I think, or I did it wrong. But I only made one attempt, so I'll try again either today or tomorrow. But I still have to prioritize my the project. So because it's due on a Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it for the the week. An update whatever go on so next week. Oh yeah, and this is just a quick update. So I installed my laptop. I recently installed Ubuntu. I had it for my old laptop, but I'm not using my old laptop anymore. I'm using my the laptop I have there. Yeah. Yeah. There. Yeah. And my I have to here. Yeah. I installed it because why not? I want to get used to it more. Cause my old laptop is kind of I don't know why a lot of issue with Ubuntu and Windows too. So I think that computer just messed up. And it's pretty old computer, and I used to use it to mine Eve back in the day. And also, I was also dumb. I didn't even undervolt it at all. I just let it run. I didn't even use a overclocking tool. So I just let it run by default. So that's why probably GPU is like burn or crap or whatever. And I let it happen for like, a few months. So that computer is basically crap right now. Yeah, so that was my fault for damaging it. And I wasn't using it at all, so it was okay. Yeah, but I'm okay. I'm happy with this laptop. I'm just not used to laptops at all. But it's a good laptop for its price. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And also one more update. So for the job hunting, so been job hunting. I paused on stop applying on Tuesday because I wanted to or Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday because we got like the because we were going to get like a security press. I want maybe add that on my resume. Something to work on, something related to the role. So I paused that. So I'll continue. But talk about the backup plan with my parents, and they still want me to go learn Chinese in China. But it's not cheap, so that's the backup plan in case I can't find a job. Yeah, so that's the backup plan. I don't. I'm okay with the backup plan. I don't mind. It'll be good to uh, practice my Chinese, and my Chinese is very low tier. I only talk Chinese to my parents anyways. It's very hard to use it out here. Well, it's very hard to use it when you're not around, Chinese area. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's the just a quick update. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, okay, bye.